Hey there, everyone. Welcome to today. We've got a beautiful therapeutic practice today that will release through neck, shoulders, thoracic, and then we'll get into the hips and even the knees and the ankles as well. You'll need a bolster. You'll probably want your blanket at some point, and you'll need a block today as well. A short but sweet quote from Eckhart Tolle to help open up our practice and our mind's eye. Acknowledging the good that is already in your life is the foundation for all abundance. I'll say it again. Acknowledging the good that is already in your life is the foundation for all abundance. So, of course, in other words, it doesn't matter what situation you're in, once you can be at that point of recognizing the tiniest bit of light that is present, then you are on your path. If you could think of the symbol of the yin yang, right? We see the white side and the black side, and there's a little dot of white in the black, and there's a little dot of black in the white, right? And this is the, if you want to understand it energetically, you're in the black, let's just associate that with the darkness, and you're seeing the ounce of light. Then you notice how there's the tail that then gets bigger, right? Your ounce of light that you see is your beginning steps toward the spiral staircase of lightness in your life. And so the darkness plays the same role. If you are in a space of light and you get caught up in a tornado of darkness, let's say you get into a deep depression or a deep state of addiction or whatever it may be, that can spiral you down into the opposition in through the dark aspects. And here's the real thing. We dance through both throughout our lives. And it's a matter of being able to master the dance so that it doesn't feel like you're getting sucked up, but you are simply learning to spin and twirl and grow with the flow of life. So no matter where you are, no matter how high you may be flying, no matter how low you may be sinking, there is always a way back that will merge you into the middle space. But it's a matter of how much grace can we tap into in the footsteps of our dance, of recognizing the abundance in each moment. So consider all of these aspects as we move through our practice today, because we have many arenas of life. Some may feel more full than others, some may feel more connected to light than others. But in essence, they're all dancing. They're all weaving the energy of the universe. And of course, that energy of the universe, prana, is what moves through us. Life force energy, the source that animates our being. Yeah? So with that, let's just carry on with our practice today. But maybe, just maybe, you can observe an area of your life that may feel dark and see if you can focus on that tiny bit of light that is there, just for today, just for this practice, just for this moment. Okay, so for our first position, we will be seated. So by all means, you're probably already there. And if you need to make yourself more comfortable, maybe sit up on your bolster or your block. Hands come onto the knees. And just turn your head to the right and center and left. So just do this movement slowly. And because it's a really simple movement, keep doing the movement kind of on autopilot and pay attention to what's happening in your shoulders. We're aiming to have our shoulders fully relaxed here. So if you notice that part of your neck and part of your shoulder, I mean, obviously part of your neck is participating in this, but we definitely don't want to feel like we're pulling a shoulder up or anything like that when we're turning side to side. And we'll come back to center. Hopefully you're feeling nice and relaxed from that now. We'll look back to the right. Now bring your chin down into your collarbone and drag your chin across the clavicles over to the left. Look to the left, chin parallel with the floor. Then chin dives down to the clavicle and go across to the right. And if you want to know if you're doing it correctly, if you were speaking out loud, keep going back and forth, your voice will start to change when your throat and your neck connect because it's really difficult to talk. So just a few more rounds here. Think smooth action. And the next time you come over to the right, just pause there. So you're looking to the right, now gaze upward so your chin can go like 45-degree angle upward. So you're opening the throat. Then the chin comes down and we drag it across the collarbones again. Over to the left, look straight to the left, and then let your chin lift that 45 degrees. And then we do that again. Chin comes down and across. To the right, we gaze gently upward. Notice the space that's opening up for you and avoid rushing through this. One more time, right and left. After you're done on the left side, just keep looking left with chin parallel to the mat and then look forward. Beautiful. We'll just lean back a little bit so we can give the legs a little shake and then cross the legs the opposite way. And grab your block. Bring your block between your hands so your fingers are together, and we'll just squeeze the fingers and press the palms into the block. Then reach your arms up. Okay, so we want to press the hands into the block so that we can feel that hugging sensation around the outer arms and outer shoulders. So find the squeeze, and then we lift up, but without shrugging the shoulders. We're just lifting through the arms and then down. So we're lifting and lowering the shoulder blades only. So lift up, keep your arms straight the whole time, and down. So it's just a little scrubbing action. We go up and down. Can build quite a bit of heat. Up and down. So just keep going a few times and visualize like you're scrubbing your back with your shoulder blades. You're keeping your arms strong. It should feel challenging. Just do 2 more little scrubs. And gently lower your block all the way down. And set it aside. We'll bring the legs out in front. Reach the fingers forward. If you were on a bolster, set it aside. Lean back, draw your heels in, and then float the legs up. You can have legs straight or bent, boat pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Stay super strong in your legs. Fingers reach up. Holding here. Scrub your shoulder blades up and down 5 times. I know you can't see mine because my feet are blocking my face, but you do the scrubs. And nice and easy. Lower the feet, sit up, sweep the feet around to one side so that you can sit on the shins. Of course, using the support of bolster, block, blanket, whatever you may need. We'll be here for a couple minutes, so make sure you're comfortable. And we'll just bring the arms across the chest, hands to opposite shoulders. Now imagine here like you have like a string tied around your waist. So it keeps things nice and tight around your waist. So you draw your belly in and just gently round forward. And then roll to the right, to center, and left. Now notice what's happening with your hips. So just go back and forth, or side to side rather, a couple more times, and work to keep your hips nice and balanced in this part of the movement. So again, remember your navel is drawing in. The more you can kind of cinch your waist in, the easier this will feel. Okay. Now just come back to center, connect with these same sensations, but sit tall now and hinge to the right. Cinch your waist in, round yourself forward and come over to the left and up. And then we'll cinch to the left and round forward and over to the right and up. And then we'll cinch right and go back and up and left. So just continue a few more rounds. Remember, we're aiming to keep the hips nice and balanced, and we're not leaning back at any point. Like we're not like doing back bends here. You're sitting tall, but you're not like, whoa, leaning back. Okay, so just be mindful. Beautiful. Okay, so let's land back through center. Take your time. Release your hands, bring them forward and down on the mat. Shift to table pose, tuck your toes, downward dog, knees and hips up and back. So you could likely notice the space in your shoulders already, just from doing that little scrubbing action that we did. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice the space in your neck and shoulders in your down dog here. Notice the space in your armpits. Full breath in. Full breath out. Can your hips pull away from your armpits a little more? And slowly lower your knees down to the floor. Fabulous. Bring your right foot forward in a lunge, but we want 90-90 lunge. And let's actually grab our bolster. Just tuck your back toes so you can set your bolster under your back knee. Just find the spot that feels good there so your toes can be tucked. Your right hand is just onto your right leg, so you're going to be able to stay tall in your spine. Now reach your left hand forward, palm faces in. Keep your shoulder down. Fingers reach up. We flip the palm out. Sweep back as the palm rotates inward. Yes. And then keep sweeping slightly forward and your palm's going to face out, thumb back. So you're doing a full rotation there. Then we go back with the thumb, start to open the palm all the way up, and then we close the palm into the midline again and reach forward and down. Okay, let's do that 3 more times. Keep the shoulder down. Notice the natural spinning of your palm as your arm rotates. It's easier the less you think about it. Because really, all we're doing is getting that full range of motion happening in the shoulder socket. And it's not something you rush through. You want to observe every little piece so that you can know where is stuff getting stuck. Yeah. Let's just do 2 more full circles. And your breath should be nice and easy through this. If your breath does start to feel sticky, you might want to slow down a little bit. And notice the stability in your hips. We've got 1 more. So your hips should be still the whole time. And you could do this from a standing position as well. I just like doing it from a lunge because it gives us something else to think about. And it's nice to do a few extra things. So from here, you'll release both hands forward and down onto the mat and float your back knee up. And just breathe in. And as you breathe out, let your back heel drop and straighten your front leg and come into pyramid pose. Let your forehead relax toward the right shin. Does it need to touch? No. You could also bend your knee if you really want the forehead to touch the shin, but just find the opening space as you pull your right hip back. Left hip cinches a little forward. Beautiful. Nice and easy. Ease out of this so you can bring your left knee back down onto your bolster, and then we'll bring the right knee onto the bolster as well. So both toes or both feet have toes tucked, and we'll bring the upper body up from here. Beautiful. Let's inhale, sweep the right hand up and back and to the back of the right thigh. Left hand just sweeps back, working your Uttanasana, camel pose. Inhale, let's sweep both hands up. Exhale, let's go to the left side. Left hand reaches behind left leg and just reach it back. You got it. Inhale, center. Right hand reaches back. Maybe you can touch the heel, maybe not. Don't stress either way. Center, hips reach forward. Breathe in. Over to the left side. Breathe out. Beautiful. 1 more each side. Center. To the right. Center, keep your glutes strong, and to the left. Fabulous. Center, and with control, bring your hands down to the mat. Bring your left foot forward in a lunge. 90-90, so we're in a short lunge. Upper body comes up, left hand onto the left knee. So we're working the right side now. Make sure your hips stay nice and neutral, shoulders stay nice and neutral. Right hand reaches forward, palm faces in. We reach it up, palm faces out. We reach the hand back as the palm naturally starts to spin back in, and then pinky forward, palm out, thumb in. Yeah? Then go all the way back. Feel the natural rotation. And bring the hand back forward. So we've got 4 more. Continue to move through. Remember, it's about just maintaining the smooth action, not about going super fast or anything. Really work that full rotation. Maybe you can even visualize your humerus bone stirring around in the shoulder socket. So the upper arm bone moving around in the shoulder socket. Can you visualize it? Even if you don't know anatomy, it doesn't matter. You could just picture like a line moving into a circle, but just imagine it moving around and notice how you're able to take it through the different motions just with some mindful movement. When we got one more round here. Yeah. Smooth it all out. Fabulous. Okay, from here, let's bring the hands down to the mat, and then we'll slide the left knee onto the bolster. Upper body comes up. Left hand first sweeps up, then back to the left leg or the heel. Right hand reaches up and back. You got it. Inhale, center, both hands up. Let's go to the right. Exhale. Good. 2 more times each side. Just keep it nice and easy, but observe the mobility you have in your shoulders. So of course we're getting stuff for the hips and the spine here, but really observe the shoulder space you have. And notice how smooth it is to work this action. Fabulous. Nice and easy. Just 1 more each side. Yeah, enjoy all that space. Then we'll come up with control. So pull your hips backward in space so that you can lower your hands with ease. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Take your time. We'll lower the knees down. Step off the bolster with your knees. And you can set it aside for now. Grab your blanket. And we just want to roll it up. So it's not for the belly this time. So we want to roll up basically enough of a roll so it can kind of like stay in place. And we're going to bring it to the back of our mat, more or less. So just try to get your roll to stay in place. And then once you're there, just walk yourself forward into downward dog, but step on your blanket so that the blanket is in the arches of your feet. So your toes can be on your blanket as well. We just want the arches of the feet supported by the blanket. So a nice roll. Breathe in and breathe out. Can you feel your hips lift up a little bit more now that you have some support under the arches of your feet? Then anchor the big toes closer down to the ground and feel some lift and squeeze your arms. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Lower the knees down. And come down all the way onto your left side. So now you could use your blanket as a pillow if you like. You could use your bottom left arm as a pillow. I like to bend my left elbow. So hanging out here, keep things nice and easy. So basically your knees are bent here. So you're almost in like a sideways table. Okay, so that's kind of the alignment we're going for. Just don't worry about the arms, but with the rest of the body. Now from here, we'll work on rotating through the hips. So pull your right knee in, then open the knee up, kick the foot backward in space, knee dips down so the foot goes up, then the knee pulls back in. Yes. Open the knee up to the ceiling, kick the foot back, dip your knee down so the foot goes up, pull the knee back into the chest. So continue with that. We open, We kick back, dip it down, pull it in. Yeah, so keep working that space. And you can do that same visualization of like a stick moving around in a circle if you want, or maybe you can picture your femur bone moving around in your hip socket. Really articulating those movements as smoothly as you can. And after you've done about 5 or so in this direction, we're going to reverse. So we kick back with the foot up and the knee dipped. Then we open the knee up and pull it in toward the chest. We sweep back to kick the foot back behind us. The knee stays bent. We dip the knee down, foot up, and then open and pull in. So just work that space, circling the knee as best as you can. Because really, you're moving your femur bone around and around. So the kick back, dip the knee, open the hip, pull it in. A few more rounds. Beautiful. So just take your time here, come back into stillness, let your right leg relax, then turn over onto your back. Pause for a moment here with your knees bent, shoulder blades flat. Maybe notice differences between the sides. And let's do the other side. So turning over onto your right, using your bottom right arm as a pillow, or your right elbow could be bent, or of course you could use your blanket too, whatever works. So from here, bend your knees are stacked. You're nice and comfortable. Left knee pulls into the chest. We open the knee to the ceiling. We kick the foot back, dip the knee down as the foot comes up, and then bring the knee into the chest. Open it up, kick it back, dip it down, pull it in. Yeah. Open the knee, kick it back, dip the knee, pull it in. And just work that a few more times, smoothing out all those beautiful spaces in the hip socket. Fabulous. And after your next round, we'll start to reverse the movement. So we kick back first, dip the knee down, foot is up, then we open the hip, knee to the ceiling, then the knee pulls in. We dip it down, kick it back, open it up, pull it in. Dip it down, kick it back, open up, pull it in. Keep working that. Maybe you'll get a few little adjustments. I definitely got a nice one today. Must have been waiting for a while. Just finish up your last round here. Eventually stacking left leg on right. Then take your time to slowly turn onto your back again. Knees are bent, Feet on the mat, shoulder blades are flat. Let's bring the arms out into a cactus position. And actually just use your hands under your skull for a moment. Scoop the head and pull it away from your shoulders. Then bring your arms back to cactus. And just feel the length in your neck. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Now, cinch your elbows in toward your ribs and send your fingers to the ceiling. So your elbows push down and your fingers face up. So you're able to actively push the elbows down. Now puff up your chest and tuck your shoulder blades under a little bit more. Push your elbows down more and lift up your upper back away from the floor. Keep this action. Push your elbows down, press into your feet, lift your hips, bridge pose. Keep your elbows pushing down. So think of the space in the thoracic spine. Now, let the thoracic come down, then your mid-back, then your lumbar, then your sacral, and your tail. Now lift your tail, sacrum, lumbar, mid. Lift, lift, lift the hips and thoracic as you push your elbows down. Notice the space. Lower the thoracic. One smooth line as you come back down. Your tail is last. We'll do one more. Your tail comes up first. Start to articulate the lifting of your spine. Lifting of your hips, press the elbows down, open through your heart. And nice and easy, lower back down. Fabulous. Relax your arms. Let's just turn to one side so you can reach for your bolster. Set it up underneath your thoracic spine, so bring it widthwise across your mat. And then come to lay on your right side. We've done this before, you know what we're doing. So you're a little closer to the side of your yoga mat and let the right rib cage rest there. Now, your right elbow will bend and you're bringing the right hand to the back of your head, so your head's up. And then your left hand comes behind your head as well. So you can start here with the so much support of your elbow. As it becomes available, you may be able to rest fully down and hug your head with your arms. Your knees are bent out to the side like we just did. Now spin your left knee to face the ceiling. And just slowly start to let your chest open, but just hang out like halfway there. Just see how it feels. Then gradually start to roll fully onto your back and allow your right knee to come up. Your arms can stay hugging in. If your elbows want to open, that's also totally fine. But if this feels really uncomfortable, hugging in will make it feel easier. Then we let our left knee open out and we start to slowly turn to the left, just hang out for a sec. And then fully come onto the left side. And then we do that a few more times, just going back and forth, coming all the way through center, but moving with ease with your body and listening to the little spaces. It can be quite uncomfortable, especially in the beginning. So hugging your arms around your head will make it feel a little easier around the lats and the shoulders. So be where you can here. Notice your breathing. Beautiful. So we'll do just one more full rotation from right to left and back. So just take your time. And if it's available, really work the opening of your arms on your last round. Notice the smooth transitions through your legs and hips even. You might be able to have the knees a little bit more open through this as well. Is there pressure to do that? Of course not. It's more about tuning in to just how much space you've already created in the body. And of course, that's all relative to our own individual journeys. Once you land back on the right side, mindfully release your top arm so you can gently push yourself up. Set your bolster aside and come to lay back down on your back. Knees bent, feet on the mat. Beautiful. So from here, your arms, they're just relaxed wherever is comfortable for you at this point. Just make sure your neck feels long, and again, shoulder blades and hips feel nice and flat. So just rest your right calf on your left knee. So you're just hanging out. Okay, so this is going to be like our home base. Now from here, bring your right knee into your chest and bring your hands around the back of your right thigh. Cool. Now turn your toes out to the side. Now straighten your leg. Turn your toes into the midline. Now bend your knee. Good. Open the toes out to the right. Straighten your leg. Toes move to the left. Bend your knee. Excellent. Toes to the right. Straighten. Toes to the left. Bend. 2 more times. Open and lengthen. Close and bend. Smooth it out. Open, lengthen, close, and bend. Beautiful. Now keep the door closed so your toes pointing to the left. Lengthen. Toes to the right. Bend. Toes left. Lengthen. Toes right. Bend. Cool. 3 more times. Notice the little spaces that might feel sticky. I know for me, I find little spaces in here that get a little rigid feeling. So we got to smooth it out. Beautiful. And after that last round, bring your right calf back to home base on your right knee or left knee and work some rotations of your ankle. So 5 slow circles in one direction. And then 5 slow circles in the other direction. And if resting your leg on the knee is not comfortable, you could do this still with holding the back of your right thigh. Beautiful. We'll release from there when you're ready and let the right foot come down. And just notice the differences between the sides. Bring your left calf on your right knee, so your home base here, just hanging out, your hips feel neutral. Then we'll bring the right knee to chest, interlace fingers behind the thigh, and you're just hanging out. Left toes point out to the left. Lengthen the leg. Toes point over to the right, and we bend the knee. Open the toes, lengthen leg, close, and bend. Open, lengthen, close, bend. So keep going 2 more rounds. So you definitely need to be working the flexion of the foot here and ankle, so you can get the movement of the ankle. Nice. So now from here, we'll keep the toes pointing right and we'll lengthen, then point out and bend. Point in, lengthen, point out, bend. 3 more. Follow your breath. Nice and easy. And if at any time it feels like you got a bit disconnected, you probably just went too fast. So slow down. And when you are done that 3rd rep, just gently, you could keep this position with the hands or let your calf rest back on your right knee and do your ankle circles from here. So 5 each way. Nice and easy. And take your time. Release the left foot when you're done. Let the soles of the feet come together and open your knees wide in Supta Baddha Konasana. Your arms can relax wherever is comfortable here. Notice the breath moving in and out of the nose. Notice the quiet of the mind and the body. Notice the abundance of the present moment. Mindfully, aiming to stay as still as possible, can you lengthen down one leg at a time so the feet end up as wide as your yoga mat? You find yourself in Shavasana, eyes closed, connected to your breathing, and feeling the gentle softening of your body as you lay here in this moment on your yoga mat in space. Feel your body receive the support of the ground beneath you. Feel the weight of your body land on your yoga mat. Enjoy a lovely breath in as you stretch and reach through the body. Maybe enjoy a little wiggle, a little yawn, whatever you need here. Mindfully drag your heels along the mat so you can bring your knees in for a hug. You could rock side to side if you like. Mindfully roll it over to the left and press yourself up into a seat that feels comfortable for you. Let's just bring palms to Anjali Mudra at heart center, closing your eyes, and just notice how you're feeling. We created so much space in the body today. And can you feel a sense of gratitude for the moment and for the abundance that is? Let's draw a complete breath in of loving gratitude into ourselves, and a full breath out of loving gratitude for everyone else. And thank you for our practice today. Namaste. And I sure hope you feel mobile and free in your joints. And thank you for being here. We'll see you all again very soon. Much love, everyone. Bye.